Hey, welcome to Jedi Journals Podcast, Black Series Wishlist episode. If you're joining us live on YouTube, or if you are watching this episode in the future, we want to start by saying thanks for checking in with us and for sharing our love of Star Wars. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Today, we'll be sharing our most wished for Black Series figures. I get the feeling we'll be doing this one again for sure in the future. Yoda once said, "Always in motion is the future." I actually used to think that Yoda was saying always emotion is the future. And you may see us a little bit weepy today due to the fact that we still have unfulfilled wish list items. So let me start by welcoming my co-hosts. I'm bringing in Ant, also known as I Am Not a Committee.
Hello.
Welcome, Ant. How's it going?
Hey, it is going just phenomenal. I can't lie. I had a evening that was, both a little sad for me and also nice. My wife and son are out of town tonight, so I did spend a little bit of time watching some Star Wars, taking some photos, and even playing a little bit of video game action. So now I get to talk Star Wars with you guys. So no, I'm doing great.
Let's also bring in Matt, aka Black Series Daily Desk on Instagram.
What up,
welcome, Matt?
What's up, you mud scuffing moof milkers? David, your Yoda thing, I just have to say it. So you know when Jabba goes DB Jedi in Return of the Jedi and then eats the frog thing? Until I was probably like 24 years old, I thought he was saying feed me Jedi. And for some reason as a child, I made the connection that when somebody gets eaten by the Rancor, they somehow appear in that bowl and he eats them. And even when I was far too old to believe that was true, it took me a long time to let go of it. So
all the little things that we think we hear, we can't even get into song lyrics, right?
There's so many in Star Wars too.
Right? Oh, yeah. I make stuff up all the time. Mission Control, the wizard behind the curtain, our beloved Ari, aka Ari Stardust, on, as Ann likes to say, the graham cracker. Welcome, Ari.
Hello, I am.
He's here with us tonight.
Ready
physically
here.
Everybody's here with us.
Oh, you're right.
I'm ready to just bring the funnel out for the High Republic for you all and force feed it to you tonight.
I'm here
expecting a lot of who for me, but it's gonna be great. There's one quarter angle because I know who that is, and I love them.
I'm excited for the ones that you pick because as I've mentioned, I'm going through the books right now. Right now, I'm on what am I on? Rise, right?
Yeah, you are the Rising Storm.
The Rising Storm.
Clearly, you're loving it,
and I'm about a third of the way through, and I am loving it. It's so good. This is of the novels. It's a third different author, correct? Of the ones I've read.
Of the ones you have read, it is the adult different author.
That's what keeps it engaging.
But each one, it brings a different level. Anyways, I won't derail us too much because you're gonna do that later. So I'll stop.
So today, I mentioned we're doing our wish list, our top 5 Black Series wish list items, and we want to do a little shout out. So big shout out to Blitz Transmissions. He has been a guest on Sith Happens, correct?
Yes, and we'll get him here one day too.
We hope to have him.
He's a homie. Here. I can hit him up.
Is that a threat?
No,
I love that. I'm really grateful that he created the My Most Wanted Black Series promotion on Instagram. This is my list right here, so there might be a few spoilers for what I chose this evening on here. But one of the really cool things that was an outcome of that is that the Old Republic Trooper is actually on pre-order. That was one of my wish list items, and it came true. Did you guys get any of your wish list items actually come out in the last year?
My wish list got
I'd have to go back and
last
look,
year. Like my top 5 did, -1 that I'm talking about tonight.
Can't wait for you to talk about that one, Matt.
As a quote from myself via a text message to Ari earlier in the week, I think it's like every time I feel like every figure is a wish list figure for me, because every figure that comes out, I'm just like, heck yeah, I want that one. They all just look so good, and I just get so excited about all of them. So it's even tough for me to even think of my own, because I'm just like, just surprise me with whatever one you come out with next.
I was gonna say, none of us know other than Ari, because once again, he is our entire production team, our orchestrator, the shadow hand, and the Phantom Menace in the shadows, but in a friendly way. The friendly fan, it's like Casper, the friendly fan, Darth Casper. But none of us guys know. We only know one figure because we all picked that figure, so that's the only figure that is on everyone's, that we all know that everyone else did. So only Ari, really, and then my number one. I
guess none of us know Ari's, because I don't think that figure that we all chose is on Ari's wish list.
That's true. And also, I mean, and also because you have to know a lot about the High Republic. But so it's going to be
educational. It's going
to be fun.
To our guests tonight, Metal Jedi.
Hey
there, guys.
Islam 7, awesome to see you here. We've got, who else? Starboy Station. Thanks for joining us. Mudhorn Station. We really appreciate you guys being here on such a consistent basis. You gentlemen and ladies, let me say that properly. Then moving into, I had a, Ari and I were talking about the idea of an honorable mention. So
this is honorable.
You want those in scale?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Can you believe that?
They wanted 300 for the Rancor. What do you think this is going to cost?
I don't care. I'll take the slave one. My fondest memory.
I'll take the slave one in scale. Yeah, go on.
Of my childhood is the fact that slave one had the grip and you can fly it through the house.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Like, I mean, obviously X-Wing, TIE Fighter, all of it was, but we need to see that Fondor Hallcraft in some
that's more realistic.
I would love that to be a micro squadron vehicle so badly, but like I would want it to be one of those, like I would do the, like, you spend extra on Jazzwares to get like the real detailed one, like I just did that with the LAAT the lat LE, where it's just like they have a regular one, but you want the really detailed one.
Yeah, that's a really cool one. It almost looks like just like a military craft, like something we would have.
I want to know so much more about that vehicle than I think we've been given. But
it's its own unique character, right? Like, it's such a beautiful.
Aren't they all? Yeah, really and Luthen too. I was taking a picture with him the other day, and I was just like, God, he's such a great character, and we only have hit the tip of the iceberg, and that's, on television at least, probably all we'll ever get. But
and Starboy, by the way, just said that a Black Series Ronin, he got him this week, and that is, you're in good company. That figure is a very popular figure amongst your hosts. We all love that figure. So there was a question out
just
to him
out of
black
reach.
And white or color. So we'll wait to see what he says.
Oh yeah, and so please,
do
put your wish list figs in there and chime in on what we're saying. We'd love to know what you think as well. And with that, Ari, should we kick it off? Let's get going.
Yeah, we're gonna go right into the into the one that you guys all wanted.
I'm surprised we all wanted this version.
Yes.
No, so I actually kind of want the other version, but this version
you changed it on me.
Yeah, the more I thought about it, but yes, I think. Well, I said I'll go with it because any version will work. But yeah,
no, I
just want the lamb chops. I want are they? Is it a W chop? What is that thing?
Does it count as mutton chops? I think that's mutton chops.
It's a mutton chop.
It's a mutton chop. Yeah. I love that mutton chop. I want the helmet with the dots. Do you guys have any idea what the dots mean? Does that have any significance?
I don't think so. I think that's like
cool.
It just looks cool. It kind of always looks like, I love that helmet because it has the chop protector. Like, I like the idea that, like, I'd like to imagine that one day he was like, I wonder how this would look, and then he just ran a razor up it, and he was like, oh, it's not too bad. But like, somebody make a helmet in this shape so nobody knows who I am. But I'd always remind me
prototype right here on my cheeks.
Yeah, It sort of always reminds me of like, and I love it. I think it's so cool, but at the same time, it's like a Mandalorian helmet that somebody made out of a colander. It's kind of like what it always looks like a strainer. But
Yeah.
it's
You're
just
not wrong.
so cool, and the bow staff and the whole deal, and like his bow staff with like the extra blade on it. You know, it's like man, I this is a figure I was one of those ones that we'll get it someday, but knowing that it was coming in TVC, really, it was a bummer to not be getting it in TBS yet.
Yeah, I agree. And
sorry, go ahead, Ian.
oh, I was just gonna say, you know, with Callus, I think like a Rebels Callus would be great, but I think for me, it's the majority of the Callus you see in the show is this version, and he, you know, he can be used however you want him to be, but it for that reason, that's kind of why I personally want the Imperial one more. I also like to just do like a lot of photos with, you know, random Imperials in them, and so just having him, even, you know, with his head turned in the background, he's another cool whatever. So I think he's an awesome looking figure. He's an awesome character. Well, he actually might be my favorite character in Rebels.
Yeah. I feel like the reason why, I mean, I would take him in any form, and I would be gladly excited because this is the one they're going to produce. They're not going to make like the Rebel version of the Rebels version of Gal.
They're not going to make Dreamboat version.
I like Dreamboat version. It's just he still has the chops for the record.
I know.
He's just got
but now he's just ready to go on dates.
Yeah, listen, that version of him is like the Prince Charming version. All right. But I think for me, it's that, I mean, I would get so much use out of the figure either way, but just knowing how often I do like battles, you know, with the Empire, with the Rebellion, you could always make him a double agent in that photo, but I would love to have him kind of slugging it out next to Rex, you know, in the green outfits. You know, I have that custom Rex I made from Endor. You know, like I think that would just be so fun, but either way. And I also love, I've been rewatching Rebels now. My mom just got into Rebels because she wanted to see a Star Wars cartoon. And she's like, he's such a bad guy. And like, I know it's coming. And it's like, I can't wait. But I also kind of forgot that he dual wields those Imperial officer pistols a bunch, which is like pretty badass too. Hot Callus.
I just think Callus is like such an incredible character. He's intimidating from the get-go. He is not someone to be trifled with. Whereas I think there are those Imperial officers who just like, they just kind of feel like you could roll over him and not a big deal. He's determined. He's got that brow ridge. Like he's not one to mess with. And he really completes what we don't yet have from Rebels. Yeah. It's one of the missing linchpins in my opinion.
He
100%.
And when they introduce him in that second episode where you know, he's hanging on the pole at the end off that scaffolding when they save the Wookiees. And, you know, the guy goes, "First time seeing a Jedi, sir?" And he kicks the stormtrooper off it and kills him. They really set him up. And it's cool because the redemption arc on him. Hi, Hal Runner just joined. What's up?
What up, buddy?
Yeah. But so they really sell that redemption arc in a really cool way where you really kind of grow with that character, which I think is a part of why we all have so much affection for him too, is because they really, Dave Filoni, you know, and Filoni we trust really does just such a good job of making you fall in love with him over time and who he is.
Yep.
And he's good on the inside.
It really works well too with, like you said, with him kicking the stormtrooper off, but you see him as this like peak bad guy throughout, even with Vader and the Inquisitors as they come along, and then suddenly comes Thrawn and he's outmatched. Like our peak bad guy has been outmatched.
Yeah, true that.
And it's really cool to kind of see that too, and then like think about the twist, the fulcrum twist. Spoiler alert, audience.
Yeah, but I think also they do a really nice job of seeding that whole first season, and then towards the end of the first season, the Grand Inquisitor kills those two officers, like Grimm and something else. I forget the other guy's name.
The Goobers.
And the Goobers, yeah, the Goober Bros. And you see Governor Tua, or you know, Administrator Tua, or whatever, just because it was Governor Price that ran it, but whatever her deal was, Tua, the governor or whatever, you see her face and his face when the Inquisitor kills those two guys, and that's really his first taste, I feel, of like, all right, this is this is stuff that I didn't sign on for, and now they're killing our own over this. And it's funny because he killed those stormtroopers, but I think it also kind of puts in perspective for him, like, this could be me. They really don't even care about the valuable ones, you know, like this is like, so I think that's kind of it's a nice touch there, really seeding that something might happen, you know, as time goes on.
Well,
On to
as
the
time
next,
goes on,
Yeah.
I believe this comes to me because we just took David's number 5 for the most wanted figure. And that is going to be not a figure at all. It is a Lego set.
I would love that as
Ooh.
a micro galaxy.
Would
Yeah.
love an HH-87 Starhopper from the new Mando movie. I think that those both look awesome, especially in their design to like in their similarity to the sail barge and the skiff, and we
Yes.
already have those in Lego scale. And knowing that you'd get an awesome pilot droid for it as well. And
Mhm.
who knows? They've already come out with the X-Wings for this set, New Republic X-Wing. So come out with the Starhopper so we can have one in each
I
hand
think that
battling
could
each
happen in
other.
the future.
I
See
think
them
so.
making this. I think this feels really realistic. The
I
parts
know
for
nothing
this flying
about
around in
like
other sets.
Lego trends and how they decide what to release, but I think it would behoove them. I mean, why it it would complete the set.
I mean, they've made stuff in those shapes. You know, like they've made like they've got sail barges. Those exist. Like
I'll
I
pen
feel
them
like
a letter.
yeah,
I
both
love
of
not
the
making play sets and instead making ships. So
Ari's
I
the
love
rest of
the
Ari's
air-
wish list is just it just says Lego play sets. There's not even play sets on there. It's just
Oh.
play sets. Play sets.
I love this. I did not see that one coming.
no.
I didn't either. I love the wear and tear on this, the paint, the decay.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that it's that lived in Star Wars universe.
Yeah, it's that crappy now
I love
Hutta
it.
environment too.
Is this
Like,
thing
just
going to
wear
get
and
us from
tear.
point A to point B? Maybe, but
Yeah.
let's try it.
I like
Yeah,
the way these
exactly.
launched out of those tubes, like they were.
Oh, I know.
cannonballs.
Wasn't it
That
cool?
was
Like-
so cool. Yeah,
Like there's like a pneumatic sound that you expect with it, like a shoom.
yeah, exactly. I thought that was the sound. I might have just made that up when I was watching.
Yes.
It. Like
Oh, my dog did not like that. All right. Let's move on to number 5 for
You know, I feel sad that I've only seen Mando and Grogu once.
I know.
Did we see the pilots inside there? Is it like battle droids?
yes, you did for like a second. I think.
Droid Gatra.
Mhm.
Yeah, the droid Gatra also need a lot of those guys. I'm so mad we didn't get the B2 one and TVC did. The B2 battle droid was so cool looking.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
probably will come out.
What's the Twilight? Can you refresh our memory? What's the Twilight from Clone Wars? Who's the pilot? Who are the? You guys see that
Yeah.
comment?
Yes, I don't know what that
We'll-
was. The
we'll
Clone
find
Wars
out.
movie is a ways back. in my
Starboy,
mind.
tell us more. The Twilight from Clone Wars. You want it, don't you?
Is that the S-foil ship of Anakin's or what? Let's find out. And while we're waiting for
Oh,
that,
that S foil when the one like flips down and the one comes up to the side.
Oh,
that's the
yes.
one.
Yeah.
Hey, so number 5, Coleman Trebor, aka or Persil or Lofus head. That's what Ari and I call him. This is
I love
my number one Jedi that I want. I want him so badly, and the reason because he's old Persil or Lofus head, and
Yep.
he looks cool, and I can have him. I don't know. I just. That's the only reason. I know nothing else about this guy other than his role in the Attack of the Clones and that he has that head.
I think if I remember right, there's a whole thing that he was sort of like the head of communications for the Jedi Order. Like he's their representative, like their PR. You know what I mean? Like he was like the he was kind of like their like
see,
their PR guy.
I don't know if it was with you guys or a different group. Maybe a conversation I had with
A different group.
But,
Pardon?
Yeah, I have another.
Now there are
I've
2 of
talked to
them.
other
This is
people. I think it was you guys. But no, I made the comment that Daki from Maul. I was like,
yes, it was this group.
could he have been the same? Like they look very similar, don't you think?
No.
Same planet. One's an herbivore,
Not at
one's
all.
a carnivore.
He's just much larger.
Get your dinosaur Jedi straight. No, the saying they all look like. I'm just kidding, but anyway, you know he's
Doesn't
super
matter, it's
cool.
not.
Yeah, and I think the whole deal with him is like he was taken out so quickly because he's not necessarily like a combat Jedi. So there's like a rationalization for why Jango is able to really take him down, that they there wasn't as many Jedi left as they'd mentioned. And then that basically says kind of like, if you're around and you got a lightsaber, we're going to Geonosis. And like, I think that was kind of the deal, but he is definitely a character. Like, I think like I just liked him when I saw the movie. Like for that 30 seconds, like I know he died, but I was like, it's a pretty cool looking character. So this would be a pretty sweet one. I would definitely
his robe is a little bit different too. So it is like just a slightly different.
Got to be camo ready,
if you have him in a photo with others. So yeah.
Right. I'm with you, Matt, on I loved seeing the plethora of Jedi species. Like, we knew Jedi were Jedi, but we didn't know just how diverse the Jedi order was. And I think this is a great pick. There's a few other Jedi I think I might want other than this one, but in a way, he's great only because he's pretty close to Daki, number one, and number two, you get to kill him really quickly.
You can kill him every single time you take a photo with him.
Yeah. Or you could do Jedi press conferences with the general public and have him just be fielding questions.
Instant Force Ghost.
Yeah, it's Force Ghost, still doing it.
I'm sure he lived a long life before all that happened.
You ready for number 5?
Absolutely. Sorry, you want me to put Mr. Trevor down? Jedi.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, that's mine. This is like apps. This is now. I mean, the ATRT is going to be a Comic-Con exclusive, so that kind of annoys me because it means I probably won't end up getting it for a very long time. But with that said, this probably comes ahead of the ATRT for me in some ways because I just always thought this was the coolest looking speeder bike of all time. The second I saw it, and what really clinched it for me is I know at some point everybody we're going to each do our favorite Clone Wars arc with each other. Like we'll all watch it and do a retrospective. But probably one of my favorite ones is the Zygerian cloner slavers. Missing on my words tonight, but the Zygerian slavers episode arc, and the first episode of that is when they're and they're over. I forget where they are. I think it was Togruta, and Ahsoka's flying one of these, and Rex is like in the sidecar with the quad cannon, and it spins around and is shooting behind them. And I just remember thinking, and Clone Wars is really kind of what got me back into Star Wars, and then started really getting into it again. And when I saw that, I just remember being like, I think I rewound it like twice. I just thought it was so cool. And from that moment on, I've wanted one of these. I'd love it with a removable sidecar. Like, hold on, let me show you really quick. Up on my Micro Squadron shelf, I've got my little Ahsoka and Rex from that episode on the bark. I don't know if you could see it, but I consider it like, if you want to call it like my vision board, like this is just such a cool vehicle, and I know it'd be expensive.
I would be down for that.
I would put it, but it would be like an immediate, like, all right, I'll take a bank loan, whatever I need to do this. Like, this would be such a dream, and it's so cool because as a photographer, it's just a cool bike, and they were laying around after the Clone Wars, so you could use this in any shot you want. Like, I have a couple speeder bikes. You could have these guys going toe to toe. Rex flying an old bark in a battle, for the rebellion. Like, I just think it's just looking at it, I think that is the Hot Toys one, which is also an insane thing that they make a 1/6 scale one of these, but super cool.
I'll tell you what, I want to one-up you, and let's throw old Rex on this.
Old Rex. I have trouble. I didn't end up using him because a part of me wants old Rex and is like the whole like sleeveless, the gauntlets. But I also loved the way he looked in season 4. And like I've kind of turned one of the Endor troopers. I like just swapped out the arms and put like a white belt on him into that Rex. But like, old Rex. I mean, you guys know Rex is in my top 10 characters of all time anyway. He's
phenomenal. And to see old Rex, all those old clones,
mobbing out on one of those.
All these new clone offerings in TBS is tempting. But I honestly would love some of the old clones almost even more, just that we would. And
I want Crazy Gregor. That's what I want. Crazy Gregor.
I don't know what's there, but I would really love to see some old clones pop in at some point.
Yeah, I would love to get this Bark Speeder with an old Rex, old Gregor 2-pack, and it's just so hard to get Gregor into that sidecar because he got so chubby. Like, that would be phenomenal. Kidding. He comes with a soft middle, and it's just like
Mudhorn's throwing Wolf in the mix too.
Oh yeah, old Wolf. That 3-pack would be an instant buy, 100%.
Yes.
I just rewatching it with my mom. Just rewatched those episodes like 2 weekends ago, and I mean, I watch the show like once a year anyway. But when he's like when Rex is ready to die, you know, like when they have the walker pressed against the AT-AT, and like he puts his arms out, and then Ezra and Kanan and Zeb fly by in the Phantom and jump out, and he's like, it's just like the old. I get like the chills. It's so good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
I'm more of an OT guy also, so that's where the Age of Rebellion is like my favorite era, so that's probably part of that as well.
Are you talking about the Ridge Tridge?
The Ridge Tridge and the Ridge Tridge and anything within that 5 to 10 year span before is where your boy falls in. The Ridge Tridge, we're bringing it back. Hashtag Ridge. We'll figure out how to do it. ORIG, J, or like how do we do it? Oh, are they J's? We swapping out the all right.
We got time to figure it out.
All right.
Talk
Speaking
amongst
of time
yourselves.
to figure things out, David, we're moving into number 4 with you.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, this would be great.
This is me, right?
This is you,
Yeah.
David.
I so want this figure.
Yeah, I
want
do
it
too
to
now. I never thought.
Deluxe Gagarin. You can throw anything else in with this guy, or you can just give him just like that. I want a soft goods, hairy Gagarin, though.
Yeah, I'm in.
I
my
do not
gosh.
want plastic. Like, that is such an amazing character. And we got so little of it. We got it in Andor, and we got it in Rogue One. And I think it's also there's an animated feature that has a Gagarin in it as well, and I can't recall what it is, but it was what made Rogue One to me even more special. Like, it's one of my favorite movies, and I don't think I even touched on it in our last episode, but yeah, I'll take a Gagarin.
I love
all day.
that.
This makes me mad because I can't believe in my most wanted I didn't put 2 tubes. Like I wanted 2 tubes or a Benthic. Or 2 tubes,
Well-
2-pack, 2 tubes Benthic Idrio 2-pack.
We gotta have a 2-tube 2-pack.
Yeah, dude. But I love my favorite thing about this character
Is
one
Stanley
just-
Tucci in that too?
Yeah, Stanley
Stanley Tucci,
2 tubes,
Tucci?
Idrio 2-pack. Idrio Benthic 2-pack. The one, it's manhandling a Gatling like that. Like, I think I'm right now not getting any of the new clones, but I'm pretty jealous of those that are getting that the rotary blaster they use. But that's so cool. And I will say, the first time I saw Rogue One, when this guy you see him in the background he's not in it very much. I was like, how'd they domesticate that Wampa and give him a gun? So that was like my first thought originally.
No, I think that honestly
That's fair.
probably crossed my mind too.
All right, so clearly they're quite sentient. Now I'm a little madder at Luke than I thought about the whole thing. Probably just on that guy's land.
There's a book. There's a book with it's the Indara and Ari. Who's your fave?
Stalin.
No, sorry. Who's Vernestra? There's the Indara in the Indara and Vernestra book that I read. There's a Gagarin. There's a Gagarin that's a sidekick to one of the baddies, and they come back time and again because they are relentless and they are hard to put down. Again, we need a Gagarin in some form for the TBS.
I mean, I take a partisan 12-pack and just get it out of the way. It's every character in the Partisans is insanely cool looking.
Yeah.
Ooh, spider leg small from Mudhorn.
That little can while they're in the prison cell, and you see like the Twi'lek who's like really thin. All those guys are incredible looking.
Yeah, I love just like in those kinds of scenes, it's so fun to just like kind of pause it almost and just look at the characters and be like, the creativity that is brought to these movies and bringing them to life. I mean, it's just awesome. And like, I was watching Force Awakens tonight, I was telling you guys, and just going into that, I call it
movie.
Maz's cantina, but I don't know. But Maz's little, fort, whatever. And you've got so many different aliens.
Castle,
in
right?
there.
It's
Maz's Cantina Castle. Come on.
Maz's Cantina Castle. Come on.
I would love that guy. His lady friend of the night drops a dime on them. That big guy with the giant gun. I'd love one of him.
yeah.
He was
That'd be
almost
dope.
on my next
It's
slide.
Castle, Star
Well,
Wars
a
Station
species of
confirmed.
him was
All
almost
right.
on my next slide.
Oh, all right.
Let's go. Let's
Let's
fight.
rock.
Rock and roll.
Oh, let's see. Moving into the High Republic.
Oh,
as
that's
promised,
cool.
Nice, Murray.
What we have is a deluxe 2-pack, and I'm calling it deluxe because we're getting alternate heads. We're getting Lorna D with her mask and without. Lorna D is our Twi'lek, one of the Tempest runners of the Nihil. And just so we are aware, Anthony is currently reading the High Republic and is in book 2, so we're not giving any spoilers out about the High Republic, David, today.
Okay.
My lips are sealed, bro.
Yeah. On the left hand side,
Everyone is high the whole time.
We have Markion Rowe, and he
So
is the
much
leader
spice.
of the Nihil, which are the villains of that era. And he also needs to have the mask, and without the mask, he is an Evereni,
Absolutely.
is his species. He's the last of his kind, absolute predatory creepazoid nightmare. And
I don't know anything about him, but I would absolutely buy that figure. That is an insanely badass looking character. Her too. I would buy this 2-pack. Not they could just be in the background of one of my photos doing some stuff. They're so cool.
they really
Yeah.
are.
Let's just say that where I'm at in that book, he has been using a lightsaber, and I totally didn't know and or forgot how he got that lightsaber. But the chapter I just got to brings that character back into it, and I'm just like, oh dear. A, he's still alive. B, that's his lightsaber.
I had a picture of him with the lightsaber, and I took it off earlier today because I was like, I don't know if he knows yet.
Yeah, I do. But it's that's awesome, because I was trying to think of what this guy looks like, and there he is.
I did read some of the High Republic comics, you guys know, and Ari, I'm very curious. I think you know a couple characters that I really liked from those, so I'm very curious to see if they made your list. I don't know if you remember who the character. I know you know.
Be paying close attention to slide number 3 for me.
If it's my boy Porter, I'm sorry. Let's go.
No, I did not put
Porter's
Porter
cool.
on here.
I do like
Porter,
Porter.
I
like
love
Porter.
that. I wish they
I
made
will-
that
Cool
comic.
character.
Uh,
Can I
although
throw one more thing in
phase-
here?
I know who the other one
Phase
is.
2
man. I'm
Porter
not gonna
angle
say.
would be cool. I
Yeah.
don't want phase
I
1
love
Porter
Twitter
angle.
angle. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go look at which one's which, but whatever one's in the comic, I thought was an insanely awesome character. Is that the one you want or would want?
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
Young
But yeah,
Porter.
I think I know the other one then though, if it's who I think it is. But yeah. Oh,
something
yeah.
we're not seeing here, but I
Loth
want
Wolves and Loth
out.
Cats from Metal Jedi, by the way, David, would be awesome. I saw
Matt,
that.
would you do
that's
some
from-
shout outs to the
Metal
shout-outs to
Jedi,
the
yeah.
comments, please?
Absolutely. So Loth Wolves and Loth Cats. I mean, Metal Jedi. You know me a little bit now, and you know that I'm on board for that. I'd buy 2 multi packs. But I think the coolest one, which I know everybody's been talking about, Mudhorn, Spider Legs Maul. I would clear off this entire shelf and just have that figure staring down my Savage, which was a Wishlist figure who looks like he's tipping over for years. So Spider Legs Maul, 100%. We saw a Howl Runner wanted a Felucia Shock T. That would be really cool, definitely. And then Metal Jedi dropping some more versions of Star Killer, a Proxy, and Juno
How many
Eclipse.
versions
You've got a problem, man. Your problem is the same as my High Republic problem, and
Yeah.
it's Star Killer problem.
Yeah. I would go next to someone mentioned earlier. Do we want large scale creatures? And where I'm looking back in that. Someone mentioned the Rancor at one point, but where is it? How did I lose that?
I saw a Reek, I think, in there. and
Yeah,
I
Reek
saw-
is mentioned.
yeah,
I would love to see a Nexu on scale for Black Series. That'd be amazing.
Oh,
Reek,
I remember
Reek
Ant
would be
had
pretty big.
the original Nexu
Yeah,
You do.
figure. It was
You
very
gotta throw
cool.
that in the mix, man.
yeah. And
Had.
was this-
I said had.
He had it. He sold it for.
He gave it
another-
to a cousin.
I was going to say, Mudhorn. I'm just looking at your list too. Gar Saxon. Actually, I'm not going to steal Collector's Corner, but I'm holding my new Rook figure. Such tell you everything because I'm fiddling with it. But Gar Saxon is actually, it's not on my list tonight, Mudhorn, but Gar Saxon is not far down on my list.
Yeah.
I love Gar Sax. I mean, you kind of got him in that Mandalorian Super Commando figure that exclusive from a couple years ago. Doesn't do justice to what you need from a Gar Saxon figure, though.
Okay. I was going to mention Marchion Row teeth. Ari, would you just talk about like this species for a sec and what their teeth look like?
Okay. Evereni are designed after sharks. They are basically humanoid sharks. So they have crazy
Oh,
gotta
are
have
they
the
able
noise
to
with
walk backwards?
I assume yes. But they're like yes, absolutely. It's pretty wild. Hey, it's Outer Multiverse. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move on from my slide and we're gonna go on to skipping Ant because his number 4 was who, Ant? Who was it?
Who's your number 4, Ant? Ant, we're calling on you.
You're muted.
Sorry, I muted myself because I coughed. My bad. Agent Callus was
Absolutely. So let's
It's all right.
go
One
over
of
to
mine
Matt's
got knocked
number
off
4.
too, Ant.
Oh,
My
I left
number
it in.
4.
I was trying to be polite.
Okay, so this is my number 4. This is very high up on my wish list. So
Nice.
I love, as everybody knows, taking shots that take place during the Ridge Tridge or shortly before, or a little bit, or the early New Republic era. So this is all my favorite characters. But from the second I saw Melshi in this movie, I like looked up in like the book. Who is that guy? Like he kind of just jumped out to me, and I loved how he kind of had. I made a custom chop down of that blaster rifle from the Cassian one that came with the Rogue One Cassian.
Really?
That I have on one of my Endor commandos. But I think it's such a cool opportunity to make this a deluxe figure with a couple of different blasters, a couple like maybe a swappable backpack or like the radio piece he has.
This apparatus, right?
Yeah,
like,
you could have like kind of like they're doing with the new clone. You could basically make a $35 or $40 figure that has just, you can make your own Rebel Pathfinder unit out of it. And I think it would be so cool. And I went back and forth because like the functionality of the Rebel Pathfinders is so cool. And that's why I would want that first. But I loved his look when they went to get Clea in the second to last episode of Andor, where he and Cassian are sort of in their like street cop, street clothes, like secret agent, like looking like regular guy looks. So I loved that too. But this is a figure that I think is consistently last year. Like I said, like I got my Dash Rendar, I got my Han, I got like almost everything that was on the top of my list. But this guy was like maybe number 6 or 7 on that list. And then
such a perfect merc.
Yeah, it's just so cool. You can use it for so much and like just so much possibility. Like I feel like someday they've got to do this because people love Rogue One and they loved Andor and the Pathfinders are on both. It just feels like a no-brainer. And all the different configurations of that Rebel rifle.
Yes.
Like AC 180 or something, I think it's called. But it would be amazing.
I'm all in.
And no notes. You've sold it. Even me with my perfectly curated shelf of exactly the perfect ones would get that. You sold it.
I love that you do that with that shelf, by the way. It like makes me always wonder. It's like, so that was your perfect one. Got it.
All right. Let's
Mudhorn's TVC Landspeeder came today. That's
nice.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
Seeing that.
You're gonna love it.
I had so much fun with a speeder bike today. I am so thrilled with my shot.
Vehicles
That's
are
awesome.
so cool. They just take up so much space. But like
They do.
Vehicles for they're awesome. I still in its box. A snow speeder, and I kind of like. I just don't know where to put it in my apartment, so it's like in storage. And like once I open it, I'm like, I'm not gonna want to take it back.
Huge, man. It's huge.
Oh yeah, no, it's gigantic.
Yeah, no, as I was watching The Force Awakens today, I was literally thinking as the Falcon is being chased by the TIE fighter, I'm like, I know how big my TIE fighter is, and it looks like the Falcon really size-wise is only about twice as big.
Well,
they could totally do that.
I could take it down. The Micro Squadron stuff is a little shorter than it's supposed to be, but it's roughly a little right scale. And when I got the Falcon, I was really surprised by how much bigger the Ghost is than the Falcon and how much closer in size the Falcon is to a TIE fighter or an X-Wing. So that's true, man. They could do it. But if they're going to charge $300 for the Rancor, I'm just letting you know.
I'll be ready.
Here's the thing, though. I'll get it at a comic convention in like 15 years. And I'll pay like $200, so it'll be fine.
I was this close to getting the Razor Crest in Target. I've crossed the path of the Razor Crest like 5
the
times.
MGS one. Yeah.
Yes. $30. It's such good money well spent. I would hit that with a dark wash and be happy with that. It scales so beautifully.
Let it live a little bit.
Maybe later.
We'll see.
All right, David.
Ooh, great choice.
Man. Like, I'm an Ridge guy, and the Garindin is such a bastard. Pardon my language.
Yeah, he is.
We're not going to curse, but this milker totally throws everyone under the bus, and he's so simple. I like this would be mostly reuse. I would love a cloth goods cape, but I don't think you necessarily need it. And look at that. It's like a simple snout with some goggles. This should have been produced a long time ago, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think we've even seen this gun with another character. Do you guys recognize
it? Comes with the Ponda Baba figure. I was just
going
to say that.
Yeah. So like, he would really complete, and I could probably buy a head from somebody else, but I just want it from the Black Series. I want this guy.
I think that they could absolutely do a soft goods for this though, David, because it doesn't have a lot of accessories. Like, it's not like there's not a lot of detail to the outfit. Like, you could honestly probably use the mold from one of the Kylo Rens. It's like wildly similar. If you just shorten the skirt, but I will always take background aliens. As you know, I think, David, you're in my love of Mo Mana Don shows no bounds. Hammerhead when I was a kid. I would.
We also don't have, but
that is true. By the way, fun fact: the weird double gun that the Power of the Force MoMA came with, it scales pretty okay looking in the hands of this MoMA. If anybody ever wanted to try that,
Interesting.
I've seen that a few different posts. I'm tempted to just buy it just for the gun.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's the only gun I take pictures of. I'm holding now because it's so cool. I love also that. What is Garandan is that his species or his name? I never knew that. Or hers. I never asked that either. Okay. I don't know that species for some reason.
I know it, but I can't remember it. Oh my gosh. Somebody in the chat does. I am sure that Mudhorn Station or Starboy Station is going to answer in just a moment. Kubas. No.
Kubas.
Yes.
Kubaz.
Right.
No.
Kubas.
Thanks, Starboy.
Yeah, because they sound like
they sound like Kubas.
I don't know. The Z.
Anyway, there's not much to say about this other than I love background characters. Like having all those creatures, cantina scene, any kind. It doesn't have to be the cantina. It's a hive of summon villainy. You guys know me. Yeah,
my favorite is what else, if he's working for the Empire, who else could he have worked with? Any of your bounty hunters or anything?
There's stories to be told. I'm sure there's so many legends too, but stories.
I did some photos with him in Lego form.
Yes, you have.
No, this would be an instant grab for me. This character would be so fun to play with this one.
Well, let's go to some characters that are not an instant grab for anyone except for me.
Ari, stop.
Let it breathe.
3. Let it breathe.
Ari,
this is actually a
You are just rocking that 2-pack loophole. You warned us, but I didn't expect.
Wait, you cannot.
This is your top 10. Let's be clear.
You cannot have Avar Chris and Elzar Mann separately.
That's why
they go together.
I would only ask why it wouldn't be. It seems. I mean, I'm not nearly as far as you guys having read it all, but. Why wouldn't Stellan be part of this?
Because he's number 1.
Yeah, he's number 1. You think,
and it's cheaper than for me.
I was David. I was telling.
Spoiler.
That's Hasbro's.
I don't think anybody was.
Hasbro's favorite thing to do is hostage pack.
There's Elzar and
no doubt, Ant.
Elzar and Ava. Right there.
I dislike that sometimes.
All right, would you put that back up so we can see it again?
Yeah, put it up.
Yeah, what is that?
There they are. Just slightly different costume.
You need to do this full screen so we can see it.
I will not be doing that because I'm not going to deal with the slides.
All right.
But don't break it, David. We're doing such a good job tonight. I know who she is. She's cool.
I want this as a deluxe 2-pack because I want to have Elzar with both heads, bearded and unbearded. I want to have Avar's lightsaber have the same swoosh that we've seen in other recent Jedis, specifically because of her moves with having it like direct the orchestra in Light of the Jedi. So then you can kind of like have it floating around her, moving as she
That'd be dope.
deals with situations. And I think I would prefer. I don't have her in her field uniform, but I think I'd prefer them both in the field uniform, which is the brown leather over the brown leather over their temple golds. So
Wait, does she have force meditation? Does she have
What's
battle
that?
meditation? Is that why you
Yeah.
said she was like orchestrating? Oh, battle meditation's so cool.
Yeah.
She's a total badass.
Sure is.
And of course, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I would buy this because I was just telling Ari that I'm like Elzar is becoming one of my favorite characters. I know a lot could happen still, but there was a recent chapter that it was from his perspective, and I really kind of connected. It was before, for people who don't know, essentially he was getting ready for a big celebration, and him and the other guy we were talking about, Stella, they were kind of waiting for someone. It was her, right? Yeah.
It was her.
Or he thought it was her, and then it wasn't, and he was crushed. But before that, it was all kind of
Jedi love thing going on there.
Oh, there is.
Oh, wow.
That's
why they're a 2-pack.
It's really fun and different, and that's why
there's a wildly disappointing book in Phase 3 where there is not any romance. Sorry, Anthony. But the cover is a romance novel cover, and I was like, "This is going to be so steamy," and it was not.
It was going to be so steamy.
Oh, hey, I'm in.
That's what I want out of my Star Wars. Something a little.
I'll take
steamy.
it. I'll take.
I like genre bending, man.
Grab an ice pack.
Oh yeah. The other thing I was gonna say is, at this point where I'm at, it seems like he probably wouldn't find Elzar in temple robes.
Yes, that's very true. Very true.
Is he in the comics? I feel like there's a comic that I started reading. That's
You
like a
have
mystery
certainly,
yeah.
you have certainly seen him in the Charles Soule Empire Strikes Back era comics, because Luke goes to a planet and meets him.
Yeah. Okay. I think
an echo of him.
Yep. I know exactly who you're talking about now, but that's not who I was thinking of. But
That's
yes,
awesome.
that's really cool.
All right, let's move to Anthony.
All right, who do I got? Oh yeah.
Oh, this guy's on my list too, but not on this list. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So I'm a sucker for the bad guys, and not that he's really a bad guy, because here's the other reason I love him is because he's just trying to do what's best for his kid, right?
Yeah.
So I think that he is a really cool character, and also the fact that on our prior show, Seth Happens, we were able to actually meet Matt, help me out.
Noshir,
who does his voice acting.
Yeah, Nosh was the
And face.
nicest guy ever.
And
We got
face,
to
it's beautiful.
we got to
face.
interview him, and he stayed on with us for so long and just shared really touching emotional
Yeah,
stories. What
he was one of the sweetest people I've ever met in my life via a podcast. But yeah, maybe one day he can come on our show too.
Is he in
But
your
yeah,
other
this is
group?
just-
I don't have that poll. That was Eric.
Yeah,
Sorry, bud.
no, my other group is work.
Listen, Tommy from Blitz is a pretty big get too. All right,
But no, when I was playing this game, I really honestly I did not see it coming, and perhaps I should have, but I was just enjoying his company, and then like when he turns the switch and you find out he's not your buddy no more, it's kind of a bummer. And I just want to recreate some of those scenes, and maybe my reality will be where he does not do that. I always tell my son, I don't know if y'all have ever seen Cars 3 in particular, but there's a fellow named Jackson Storm, and he is not a nice car. And Aiden really likes the way he looks, so I got him the car at the store. And now when I brought him home, I said, hey, they can be friends here. It is. So now they're best friends. So it's possible.
Aww.
It is possible.
That's cool.
Yeah. You guys know me. 2 blasters and shoulder holsters and a jetpack thingy. This guy
And a lightsaber.
Well, do you remember Nosh? We asked him like if when Bode was a Jedi, like what would his lightsaber have looked like? And you said that it would almost be like a lightsaber dagger that he uses the
that
forbidden
tracks.
method with, that like pops out, he ignites and he ignites it and then lets it go, because he'd be undercover, so he'd have to do that. And I was like, well, Quinlan never did that, and he's the ultimate undercover. No, I'm kidding. But
yeah, Quinlan's
but that's
saber is
really
like
cool.
the freaking opposite.
And by the way,
Like, can I build the biggest saber possible? In the existence of
it's the
sabers.
coolest looking sabers, like no detail on it either. But because Nosh said it and he's the character, I consider that canon. I just want to let everybody know.
Yeah, I love it. Before we move on to Matt's number 3, I just want to call out that Metal Jedi, as predicted, wants more and more Darths.
Yeah,
I mean, Asharad Het is an awesome character. I would
give
definitely
me some
want that
background on
figure.
Asharad Het, because
Yeah,
I have no
for
idea. I know Darth Krayt, but not Asharad
I
Het.
think, Darth Krayt I know from the comics that are like, take place like 100, 300 years later. Asharad Het and Metal Jedi, correct me if I'm confusing him with somebody else, but that was from Legends. That's the Tusken. The Sand Raider.
I know who that is.
That's who I'm thinking it is. I thought that was a Asharad Het.
You're in the Kenobi.
With the double
novel, right?
lightsabers. Yeah. No, it's that's what I'm thinking is. But I think there's a character that has a similar name in the Star Wars thing. It was called Legacy. That comic's phenomenal. I never finished it. I might go back and try now that you said that. But I love that comic. Oh wait, was Asharad Het Darth Krayt before he was Darth Krayt? Yeah, no, they're one and the same. He was a Tusken. I think that's the deal,
what he's
right?
saying. I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Asharad's nickname is Howlrunner.
Howlrunner.
Howlrunner base. Did we just get lore on you that
I
we
think
didn't
we
have?
got lore dropped.
Oh wow!
And I love it.
I'm liking that. Yeah, Asharad Het. Oh, maybe he is Krayt is Asharad Het, and he was a Tusken Raider, right, or a Sand person? Oh, he's the father. Okay, yeah. Now I remember. Yeah, no, I love that character. Yes. Okay, it's coming back. I remember the Tusken
need to
aspect.
come on the show and talk to us about the whole story.
Yeah, Howlrunner. We're gonna have you as a guest one day.
Talk to us in the back.
Oh, we got
Fen Rao just got dropped by Mudhorn. I would
Jodocast.
love a Fen Rao figure. I would love
Fen Rao would be
any
great.
Rebels figure. I would love, guys. So just drop them and I'll say their name if you want to shout out.
And I saw that Outer Multiverse had TBC Pikes.
TBC. Pikes.
I'll
Yeah.
take some more TBS Pikes.
I'd like an animated version of the Pike, to be honest,
Mhm.
rather than the
I would too.
Boba version. The skirt on those is brutal.
cool, but not enough.
I have 3 of it. I'm thinking I'm just gonna. Oh, this is mine.
Ooh,
So
this is you, baby.
So this is mine. So as a person who has gotten very into Micro Galaxy Squadron, I mess that up every time, and I own way too many of them to do that. But somebody who's gotten very into these, I was thinking the other day, like what I love is I can finally take photos of space battles or aerial battles or ground battles in a way that I couldn't before.
Mhm.
And I started thinking about back when they made the Action Fleet stuff from Micro Machines when I was a kid. And I remember when I was a kid at Christmas every year, it was like Vehicle Fest for my brothers and I. Like that's because we could buy the figures pretty much on our own with our allowance. So we always got a bunch of vehicles. But during the year, and there were so many vehicles, and it's hard to play with like 4 vehicles at once and have a space battle. So I loved the Micro Machines regular ones and the Action Fleet stuff. And I was like, it would be so cool if we got from Micro Galaxy some stormtroopers, like in action poses, Jedis in action poses. They don't have to be as articulated. I really don't care as the ones that go in the vehicles. Luke doing his thing, Han, Leia, everybody. OT, a Ridge Tridge, pre-Tridge, Sec Tridge, all the Tridges, C Tridge, but and then you could get these play sets that are massive if they did this.
Play sets are back.
Yeah, I want the play. Play sets are back, and Ari and I want play sets. But I mean, think about if you got this reactor core play set, right?
I would love a play set.
Yeah,
That'd be so
a Micro Galaxy play set like this would be the coolest thing ever.
I'll take one.
And for anybody that doesn't know, Cube Squadron, who is a great Instagram page by Kevin's Microfleet, I think is who it is doing a Kickstarter. I don't know if it started yet. I thought it had, where he's actually building dioramas and playsets that are specifically geared towards Micro Galaxy. So check it out. Whenever that goes up, you should definitely support it. But go look at the Cube Squadron page and follow their stories, especially. You're going to be able to get like a whole Imperial hangar that's built to have ties hang the way they do on those scaffolds and stuff. So he's got a whole cantina set up there, and even stuff that one that's a box that looks like you're in Lightspeed. And with the bars that you can just use as a display piece. It's really cool. But I think, maybe I don't know the guy, but I'll be like, hey, for your next Kickstarter, some play sets and just terrain, having that kind of ability to
Howlrunner says it reached its goal.
Oh,
Watch
awesome.
this
Thanks, Hal Runner. I've been following it and I don't know how Kickstarter works. So I was like, why can't? So that's great. So they hit their subscriber goal. That is so cool. All right.
All right, David. We're into number 2s here.
Yeah.
You sure you really want to do this?
So
Return
yours
of
is
the
I
Jedi.
had
We are
almost
so
the same thing,
desperately
David.
lacking in Return of the Jedi aliens. I mean, Jabba's palace is just loaded with incredible people. Ifant Man, Amana Man, Weequay, various different versions of Weequay, various
Agreed.
different versions of Klaatu, Rees. We still don't have one single. We have none of these guys. No, I'm sorry. We do have Nikto. We've got Hondo.
Hondo's I think he's a weak way, Hondo, right?
Hondo's a weak way.
Yeah, Hondo's a weak way.
Sorry.
He sure
Yeah,
is.
no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean actually, but yes, no, we do technically have one weak way. But David,
We
by
have
the
one
way,
Weequay. We have
this was my honorable mention.
No Klaatus. We have no Amanamans. We have no Rees. There's probably a lot of Barada. Is Barada?
It's Klaatu, Barada, and Nikto, which is actually the greeting of the aliens in War of the Worlds. Yeah, from the one they made the remake of Keanu Reeves, where he was in it from like the 50s.
But especially with what we just experienced in the theater, some Amani guards should be on the way. I'm hoping.
Yes.
But to me, it's been desperately neglected. So.
Yeah. I would love a Klaatu, Barada, Nikto Weequay 4-pack and a Amani on its own would be what I would want, because I feel like then you could probably squeeze a 4th figure in there because the Amani is going to be pretty big. So that would be my only, just logistically, I felt if
we got someone from Alistair like Rees, then you could get the what is his name from Attack of the Clones? I
know who you're talking
about.
I'm
talking about, the senator.
Mm-hmm.
It'll come.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I'll do you. Who is it?
Oh wait, no. Were you talking about the Jedi?
No, I'm talking about
a Jedi. I'm gonna die.
No, not that one. So I was gonna say, David, you know why I would want this? Because it lays the groundwork for that one of these one of the guys from Alistair from a Skeleton Crew, one of the pirates, that one of his eyes was an eye patch.
Yes,
that's why I would want. It's what I personally want that more than
I'll take them all. I'll take them all.
Yeah,
they're goats, right? Basically, they're 3-eyed goats. Okay, I'm good. We can move on.
What is their language?
All right.
Like, sorry, continue.
Oh, here's the ones for you, Matt.
Oh yeah, these
next 2-pack.
This 2-pack I'd buy. I love those comics.
So we have Skier, the Trandoshan Jedi Master, whose apprentice at the very beginning of the High Republic is Keeve Trennis. She gets knighted in the first issue, I think, of the comic.
It was a long road, but we got there. Yep.
And this one does not need to. That's the wrong franchise. That's Firefly.
We're not doing that next.
I think that this works as a 2-pack again because it's
Night Metal Jedi. Thanks for coming.
It's a master and apprentice situation. It lets me bypass singles. But I don't think it needs to be a 2-pack deluxe. I think that we can do one head. Just give us the base level 2-pack. We're talking like Anakin and a clone level 2-pack with this one. No frills. Just give us it.
I mean, Skier probably has my favorite lightsaber in all of Star Wars.
Oh yes.
So I mean, Porter's kind of got like the swashbuckler thing going on too, but there's something about Skiers that's like so sick looking, and that it's sort of like cool. At least in the picture and in the comics, it doesn't look like it fully connects to the bottom, which makes it
does not.
Sweeter. It makes it even sweeter. Like that is just such a Skier. When I started reading those comics, it was just for need of a Star Wars comic, and I immediately just connected with these 2 characters. I might reread those books now that I'm looking at these 2 pictures.
Yeah, he's gone through some cheese stuff, and I am probably not even halfway through.
I don't remember why his arm never grew back as a Trandoshan, but don't tell me because I want to relearn.
I won't tell you. But I do think it would be cool if they did it as a no arm, just like with
I agree.
that guy from Survivor.
That's the only way I know him. So
it
has to be.
All right, I'll move on to my brother here.
Centuries. Well, what up? It's me.
We
back
can't
to the video games and 2-packs. KVS and ND5. You can't have one without the other. I am a huge Outlaws fan. I have put many hours into that game, and I almost played it tonight, but I put in another game I've put many hours into, Knights of the Old Republic. But this one I really I think K-Vez would be such an easy character to make because we've already got Dr. Aphra, basically K-Vez. Honestly, you give it a different face, and the hair is very similar. The body is very similar.
I never noticed that, but that's true.
Yeah, so that really is simple. And then we already have ND5 because we already have that droid. Just slash him up a little bit and give him a vest, and there you go. It's
You just gave me a really good idea because I do have a wired trench coat soft good that I could just put on my commando droid, and I kind of want to do it now that I'm looking at this.
Mm-hmm. You absolutely can. I had 2 of them at one point, but one of them was became a Christmas present, I believe.
Yeah, it's upstairs. David,
Ari, how you liking it?
I don't use it because it's not mine.
Yeah, I don't think
I thought you said it went to you.
No, it did. It went to his son.
I do want to point out Howl Runner beat me to it in the comments. This has got to be a 2.5 pack with
Nyx
in there as well.
Nyx
Her little
for
pangolin type, or like a pangolin mixed with axolotl.
Or what you could do is like kind of what they've done with they kind of, I guess they kind of did it with Cal with Scuba Steve. But I was gonna say, I mean, they've got a whole crew of fun people from this game that we could get characters of, but just these 2 for now. I'm not needy. Like, this is all I want, and I chose them because obviously they're the main characters, but we like I said, we basically already have these figures, so just
I love this idea.
retool them a little bit and get us the figures.
Love it.
When I ultimately get to Michigan, I want to play these games with you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, David, I'm going to tell you.
Jedi Survivor, and I need to do some Outlaws because I don't have a gaming system. I'm not buying a gaming system. My wife won't let me get a gaming system.
It's probably
so.
I mean,
I'm coming to you to play video games.
That's what I'm talking about.
David, I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you right now. When I went out there, that was my plan because I'm in the same boat as you, and you'd be surprised how quickly you get distracted by other things when hanging out with Master Boone and Darth Boone over here. So I will say that I wanted to, and I had big plans, and then we ended up taking toy photos, the 3 of us. I think for the 5 hours we would have been doing.
I'll take every minute of toy photos.
Yeah, exactly. It was worth it.
I could get over any video game.
Exactly.
It's so fun because we all talk so much and look at each other's photos to see how each other set things up. Sorry, Ant, go on.
It's fun. No, I'm good on this. We can move on.
All right.
So no surprise, there's a Han Solo on mine.
Yeah,
I just think this is such a cool costume for him, and I would love. They want to make it with a Valance 2-pack if I want to update with Valance.
Yes.
The most.
Yes.
I don't know,
I'll buy it then.
Yeah, I love Val. Ari and I are big comic guys on this stuff too, so it's like a lot of like. But Ari, if you like Valance and you've not read the most recent 10-issue run they did for the stories that take place right at the beginning of the New Republic, they are excellent. They did a whole they called it like Road to Jakku, like a couple of miniseries.
Nice.
I didn't love them, but I was willing to go along because I was like, all right, well, I'm missing the Tridge crew with Han involved because we had so much in between Empire and Jedi. But they're really, really good. I was reading these at the same time that they did the 10-issue Jedi Knight series. That's all side stories from Republic era, like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan out on missions and stuff, which is also a great series. But this was not only such a cool story arc, but like a pretty unique mashup of Han looks. Like you've got him, obviously it's like around when Raiders would be, so he's got that head. I've swapped a Raiders head on one of my Hans for that, but then the white vest, which harkens back to him when he was on Corellia in Solo, and then you've got kind of the ROTJ lower there, and like honestly you could just make this Han with a leftover Indiana Jones head, some gloves, and then just what exists with the current A New Hope Han Solo, and it would be an awesome figure. And as someone who has many custom Hans and many Hans, I'll always take a new one. I was gonna put Bespin Han because that's my favorite Han look, but I feel like that's gonna come in the next 3 years now. They did A New Hope, so I thought I'd lean on this one. But I love this design so much, and it's pretty cool and sort of like an inverse Han on top, like reverse Han up top, which short hair, white vest, black shirt.
You know what I like about those gloves is it's the pilot gloves that he puts on in the gunner seat
Yeah.
of In A
Yep.
New Hope.
Yep.
Like
Mhm.
that's just like such a perfect piece. There.
All right, if you will pick up this series, I will start rereading it so you and I can do a mini book club on it because I think you will really like this 10-issue run. It's really
I'll
fun. And
try
there's
to
a
find
lot
it.
of good Luke stuff in it. A little bit, if you want to try to find the ones that are the precursor, it gives you a little of a setup of some of the characters, which I think is helpful, but you don't really need it. And this run is phenomenal.
We're 10 minutes
I
over.
love it.
Okay, we'll move.
All right, we're moving into number ones.
Oh, perfect. You covered off for me, buddy.
You asked for it, you got it.
Did you change it? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Egg. What are they? Egg mates.
Egg
They're
mates. I mean,
Tognaths. I don't even
I
know
don't know
what
what
a
that is.
Tognath
I
is,
just love the way they
but
look.
I want more.
with the cycler rifles too. The Tatooine.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, it's so cool.
It is that picture alone. That's all I want. I'll skip
I'll buy
everything
it.
else for these two.
Look up
And
the
they're
lore.
almost twins in their garb as well. But
Yeah,
man,
but
they're
not
so
quite.
badass.
So if you, I don't know
they're,
how up
they're
on-
amazing pilots too, right?
Yeah, they're awesome. So I don't know how up on lore you are for them, but especially with these two, I think one comes in the Z95 Star Hunter, by the way, that I have up there from our Headhunters Z95
Right.
from. But there is some great lore on Benthic. In the we keep going comics now. I'm sorry, guys. In the comic run that was the
Cool.
original 2015
Mhm.
Tridge
Yes.
run that took place between A New Hope and Empire. We've talked about that run, the Shoturin series. I think Ari, the different.
Matt, would you
arcs.
send that stuff to
It's
me?
so
Because
good.
I
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah, it's 3 arcs. It's called the Shoturin trilogy. They're not in the second, but it's worth reading all 3. It could make its own trilogy of movies. I'll send you
Right.
which ones those are.
Moving on, obvious number one for me. These guys would be amazing. And they already have them in TVC again.
Yeah,
I know,
Mudhorn's got
like-
him.
I know there's like
Mudhorn.
jealousy on both sides, like with the Kanan, like we've talked about before, the blind Kanan, and who was our most wished for?
Alice.
They
Alice.
already have
And I
him.
saw
Dallas.
him. I saw him in TVC today. I was at a thrift store, and he was there, and I had him in my hand. I'm like, should I just? Get
I would
him?
consider buying that TVC just to own it. I don't blame
I
you.
would too.
Mm.
Okay, moving on.
All right, we're on to me, and I already said who my final is, and that is a single of Stellan Geos.
I want the
Wait
figure
a
that's the
minute.
picture of you as
Yeah.
Stellan
I do too.
Geos. That's the one
Um,
I want.
Stellan
That is-
Geos
That figure.
is my favorite character within the High Republic. He is like the epitome of a good Jedi, and he's also the Jedi Master of Vernestra Rowe, who we've talked about on this show already today.
Mhm.
He's got the coolest lightsaber you'll ever see in a
Yeah.
crossguard Excalibur style lightsaber. You can see in the photo that is not me that he is holding his lightsaber in his left hand and his holster is on his left hand side, meaning he is a left-handed Jedi, much like yours truly, who
And Plo Koon.
cosplays as him. Yes. I absolutely love the look. He's got a really great look for his adventure outfit as well. But for Stellan, because of the cosplay that I have of him, which you see on the screen here,
Mm.
I would definitely be wanting the temple robes.
Do you
But
want?
what you're
would you
saying
want a
is
soft
you
goods
might
cape if they did the field one?
settle.
You'd settle. Are you taking it?
I would.
What about
And
a
this is
2-pack?
good to
One in
know.
robes, one in field gear. Would you do
I
that?
would do that as well.
Yeah, that
yes.
works, yeah.
I want this for you, Gary.
I want this for you so badly. I would buy
Yeah.
this figure. He's a cool looking
I'm
character.
gonna take my number one, and I'll get rid of 2, 3, 4, and 5, so you can have this.
With
That's what I'm
the only
talking
thing I'll say about
I'm just
Stellan,
pulling
I
for
would
you,
buy
bud.
that. I would buy that figure too for sure. I think right now he seems to be kind of like, I don't know, like someone that you just look up to, and he's just like you said, the perfect, like, I want to say perfect, I want to jinx him, but he's like the exemplary model Jedi.
Yes.
and handsome looks. He's like a young member of the council, right? So here he is, and
Mudhorn's giving me ideas in the comments.
I saw that. I was going to call that out to make it custom. There we go. Easy peasy.
With that, we're going to move on to ants. Number 1.
Oh,
Gundray and
this is a
Runhackle.
surprise.
Is it?
Ari, do your line. Do your line, Ari.
Now there are 2 of them. This is getting out of hand.
Ari does that all the time.
No, I think Newt Gundray is consistently always on my list of wanted figures. And I just thought, why not? I mean, you can't have Rune or Newt without Rune, really.
No, yeah.
They're best.
This 2-pack is I would.
So I upgraded to a.
They're going to have the articulation of traffic cones, but these are 2 traffic cones I'd buy. Yeah.
At the time, obviously, I did not know what Ari's figure selections were going to be, but I texted him and I was like, "Can I have a 2-pack on my list?" He said, "Yeah, that's fine.
Do it." Yeah.
So yeah, I just I the reason I want Newt Gunray as badly as I do is because that figure alone, for whatever reason, stands out to me as like the figure. Like if I close my eyes, I can feel that figure in my hand from when I was a kid, the 375 that I had. Like, I don't know why. I don't remember who gave it to me. I don't know why it's special, but like, it's just something about that figure. It looked so cool. I love it. Like, the
certainly
robes.
didn't break him in half on the sandbox, unlike some action figures.
No, but they got glued back together. But and to answer your question, Matt, I would indeed, or one strong ass boy, I would indeed want his ropes to be plastic, not.
Yeah, I know. For you, I know you prefer plastic to soft goods.
But these in particular, but like for Jedi robe, obviously, I want soft goods. But these, like, there's absolutely no need for his legs to be super mobile. Like
figures in the 60
I'm totally with that. It's funny when you're saying that. There's always certain figures from certain lines that if I think about that toy line, I think about the figure, and just whenever I think of the episode 1, the original like 4-inch ones, I think of Obi-Wan, like young Obi-Wan, because I was so excited to get that figure. And it was one of the first figures that era that the arms swiveled this way, so you could couldn't do much else but hold it like this. But that was really cool.
I remember, and
that's how I felt
also
about or the Qui-Gon.
Yeah. I got Qui-Gon, Maul, Anakin, Rick Olay, and believe it or not, Newt Gunray. Those are the first 5 I got. Is the same night.
Good. He's such a good figure.
Checking out.
Bye, Mudhorn. Have a great night.
Mudhorn.
Thanks for joining us so late. Always.
You're the best. All right, continue.
Matt,
move along.
Take us home.
All right, so Ari, before you're gonna flash.
Oh,
it.
no.
I was gonna say I was making a joke with Ari that I wanted to just make this all 5 of my top 5 figures because it is the last of my top 5 most wanted from like last year that didn't get made. They rumored, I almost didn't put this on because it's in the rumor mill again that there was a leak, we're gonna get it, but for some reason that's always a rumor and it never happens, which is super disappointing because whenever sometimes I just get my hopes up a little on like a pulse pulse cast, and I'm like, oh man. But I would want this to be a deluxe figure. I would want it to have 2 swappable heads, one young Kanan Jedi renewed, and one just blind Kanan, and I want the mask, the faceplate to come off of the head that is the blind Kanan, or give me 3 heads. And then I think, all right, I'm going to add something here.
Do it.
I'm thinking about it since we're all getting nuts. I would love if it came with the glider that he flies when in the episode that he has, spoiler alert, passes away, the one that he has Ezra build the plan to get them there. I think that would be really sweet because then you could have him kind of in that final moment. And, I just feel like there always needs to be so much more credence to how they close that character out. But yeah, I mean, this is, honestly speaking, this would make my life if the rumors are true from that. I feel like I don't know what's happened because it keeps being a leak for like the last, I can say for at least 2 years. It has been a leak that this figure was going to come out and then it's going to get announced. And it doesn't happen.
Matt, I am so glad that you were in our turn order that this was the final one, because you have clamored for this figure for as long as I have known you.
Oh, so I wanted it. Yeah. So what's that putting us on? Like 5 years of you hearing me complain about this?
It's been
like it's 4 for you, 5 for Ant.
I know
it's for David.
Gotta be.
I mean, this would be like so huge for me. I would probably, I don't really buy doubles of figures anymore, but on rare occasions back there, most of these I have at least two of. I call it, there's some that I need one for my shelf and one for myself. And this is definitely one of those figures.
Here's my prediction. Kanan Jarrus with the face shield shows up as a Force ghost in Ahsoka season 2. And that's where we
With
get
the face shield? No, we're going to see Freddie Prince Jr., baby. Full
Freddie
face.
well, yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. Freddie Prinze
done.
Jr. has noted
done.
multiple times that he doesn't.
He said it multiple times. He's like,
Yeah,
I'm
so
not
care.
doing that.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
going
if
to see
he's-
him.
Yeah, listen. Disney's money's green though, so I don't. That's what I've heard at least. It's not. It's not bucks from the park, guys. It's bucks. Those credits spent. Those credits are good to him. No, but yeah, I this would just be amazing. You know what, David? I will take that prediction because you guys know, as we know from last episode, Rebels and Ahsoka are so important to me, and having him in live action just to add to that would be. I don't know if I could survive after that, guys. That might be my life. I don't even make it to the podcast that night to do the recap. But yeah, and Ari, I'm glad that you're glad this is my number one.
Yeah,
Thank you, buddy.
I'm thrilled. All right, David. You're a collector. Let's see what there is. What could we collect?
I'm gonna turn my.
I will.
I don't turn my wacky. Okay.
Whoa, is that what I just talked
There
about?
it is.
It is.
Oh my
It is.
gosh.
That's so cool.
Oh, I
want
I've
it
never
so
seen it last
badly.
box.
Okay.
It's not that big.
David's a
is
big
that
dude. David's a little dude.
I mean, it
Big
is,
dude.
but like compared to the
Yeah, I'm gonna
TIE
stand up.
Fighter,
That's big, dude. Well, the TIE Fighter has those wings, but that's big, man. That is a big toy.
I'm buff.
And we're gonna put him.
I mean, it's
in
to scale.
solo.
It's the correct size. It is big. Yes, it is.
It's
That is
gorgeous,
so cool.
man.
You're
This
making me want to
just
open
a
my.
TIE
thing is so amazing. Like
And it comes with
level of detail on this.
Yeah, it comes with Dak.
Comes with Dak. Luke is in there because I bought the Hoth Luke.
Yep.
For those collectors out there who are looking to save a buck, Hoth Luke is way cheaper than X-Wing Luke, and
That's why
he's
how
a
I did it.
pretty good substitute. This thing is gorgeous. These things pop up, so you've got your
Ooh,
like
Oh,
yeah,
the
dude.
flaps, the maneuvering
the
flaps.
pop up in the back. You've got a
Grappling hook.
Nintendo line that you can coil back in.
Wrap around your
movable
table
thing.
chairs.
There's also an area where
Yes,
you,
man.
can pull one of these off, and the mechanical stuff is underneath.
Oh,
So,
that's really
like-
cool. That's really cool.
Oh.
Yeah, and
I
it's
love
so
how they
weird.
do that with the Black Series vehicles.
It
Just
is
'cause of the-
really just so ripe with details, like just taking a picture here. But the problem for those of us who are looking for problems
Certainly
Tell
not
us.
me.
is that you can't really scale it with anything else very
Correct,
well
right.
unless you're like zooming in and making it a
It's tough to get that in a shot in a way that really would be
it
like the way
is
that's
it
in your
is like
imagination. It
I've
becomes
tried
more of a
really
play set.
hard.
Yeah.
I've actually done multiple shots and combined them, and I wish I could bring this in all its glory into
So cool. I
my
may have to open mine.
photography.
I may have
But,
to open mine. You should
Yeah,
tell you
so-
I will clarify. I recognize it is massive. Okay, it's just that
It's not as big as the
freaking
TIE Fighter.
TIE Fighter is like I wanted it so bad, and I've taken like 3 pictures with it, but I did finally take a really cool picture with it, but I won't talk about that.
And you
It is
guys
an
get more
awesome
snow
space.
than I do too. So I've
I
had,
know.
like,
Yeah.
I'll add it
one
one day.
opportunity in the time that I've had it in a year and a half.
David, that
Uh,
vehicle is retrofitted.
so
to
you
be
gotta
in the
come to
snow.
Michigan
That is
to
a
play it.
that is a
Yeah.
regular speeder. You can
Yes,
because
that
remember
is
they
not-
used it in
This is
Obi-Wan,
true.
so you can use that wherever you want. Not that it would matter.
I
if
need
you
to
only-
broaden my horizons a bit, Matt.
Yeah, that's
Here's what I would
true.
love to see. With the tow cable, you have somebody holding onto that tow cable, and like you set it up where they're being pulled behind while
Yeah.
holding the tow cable. Like,
Flying through the air.
yeah,
Yeah, scale that.
Yeah.
The
You can do it.
Feel that one.
it's so weird for me to look at the vehicle like it's funny because I haven't taken it out of the box, so I haven't seen like what the toy looks like. But the ones from when we were kids, the two cannons were like clear plastic and lit up. I don't know if you guys remember the version from when we were kids. They made it for Power of the Force in the original. So seeing them in a solid color, I'm like, well, that's not canon.
It was like
yeah, and they with little tubes with like a little electric light running through them.
too glow. Yeah.
Cool.
So
well, that's awesome.
I chose this for two reasons. Number one, it was a gift for my birthday from a bunch of my fellow staff members at my school. And our next guest is Mark Morita. He's going to be on July 8th. Is that right, Ari?
I think that's the day. It's 2 Wednesdays from now.
2
Get
weeks
ready.
from today. And
First guest.
I hung out with Mark yesterday, and Mark is a huge Lego collector. And he said, I don't really want to focus on Lego. And I was like,
Mark,
what do you mean you don't want to focus on Lego? And he said,
okay.
is Mark and I both, we're both docents at Rancho Obi-Wan. And the big thing at Rancho Obi-Wan when you're there is sharing the story of collecting, because Steve is the largest collector of Star Wars memorabilia. And so he's like, Dave, this, to me, Star Wars is and like what I want to share with the world is the stories of my collecting and why these things have so much meaning to me. And
I love that.
so,
I love that.
just like I'm saying, this vehicle has so much meaning because a whole bunch of people that I work with all chipped in money because they knew I was a passionate toy photographer. And they're like, guys, I walked into Mark's room and Mark's got this big freaking grin on his face. He's like, open your gift.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you kidding me? What am I going to do with this? I don't know where to put this. And so anyway, I spent time last night at Mark's house. We went through his collection and we took a whole bunch of photos. And the next time you'll see us together is we're going to talk about Mark's favorite items from his collection.
Oh, very cool. I'm not going to be here, guys. Sorry.
I love it.
That's why I chose this as my collector's corner, because it's what's meaningful to you and why.
I love it.
I appreciate that outlook and also the share. It is definitely on my wish list, and I love that you have it and you enjoy it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Man.
I've said it, I think, on this cast. If I haven't, I will, and I will again. The original, I think it was 1999, possibly 2000 Lego Snowspeeder stands the test as being my favorite Lego Star Wars vehicle that I have ever had.
That stands out in my mind as like a favorite gift that you ever received.
Yes.
Like, I remember you receiving that gift and opening it.
Nice.
Yep. It's so good. The Snowspeeder is just so playable. It's so fun. It's great. It's upstairs in my kids' room because I've passed that love of Star Wars and Legos onto them. And at some point I will steal it back.
Yes. I guess with that, we're wrapping it up. So Ant, Matt, Ari, always a pleasure, brothers. And thanks to everyone for joining us on Jedi Journals podcast. And we hope to see you in a couple weeks when we meet up with Mark Morita and you get to know him a little better.
Awesome.
So fun.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks all.
May the force be with you.
The force be with you.
Always.